it's Nancy. It's Saturday morning, and before I get started back on my Jane Austen book, I need to sort out all the stuff that I've been making this past month, January. And I thought, oh, while I'm sorting it and putting it where it's supposed to be, I thought I'd take you along. So, actually this dates to Christmas because that's when I started the alphabet challenge. And I had this idea, oh, while I was making the alphabet challenge, I would put everything in a box, and then at the end I'd be able to see everything I made. Well, the box is now overflowing. So, I made these little slides with postage stamp in them. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has a train in it. So these are going in the box with my travel themed stuff that I was making. This will also be in my travel themed one. So this was also A for acetate, and I put this handkerchief inside acetate and then attached it to this page. So that's going into my travel theme. I believe these were C for flashcards. So I did some decoupage on top of these big flashcards and did some collage and postage. So these two are going in the travel. These are the same sort of thing. Flashcards that I've decoupaged and collaged on top. And these are also travel. This must be envelopes. E is for envelopes. So I used these envelopes and collaged this image of these two gents driving in a car, and this one just has a Emily Dickinson quote on it. So that goes in the travel. These are also from, I believe, E is for envelopes, and I just took these pocket window envelopes and attached scrapbook paper to them. And these are all maps, I think. Oh, no, that one's a flower. I can put that somewhere else. These map ones I'm going to put in my travel theme. These were acetate. So these were weeds, samples of weeds that I got, I think was somebody's homework project at one time. This one I think I'm going to have to throw out. I used gaffer tape and it's sticky. So, goodbye ragweed. But I'll keep these ones. Not sure in what theme. Huh. Oh, this was magazines. So these were images cut from a magazine to make a journal card. This is an altered paper clip. This is a tag. So that will go with my Jane Austen stuff. This was from, oh, it's for office supplies. I used this address label. That's also Jane Austen. These are journaling cards that I made as a, not as part of the 3 and 30 minutes, but I'll put that with the weeds. That was a different challenge. It was an online crop. I can't remember what this was for. That is cute. That'll go in my sewing journal stuff. This is another, I got 1, 2, 3. This goes in my pink Christmas. These will go in my retro Christmas. This is a retro Christmas. So this was collage napkin. It has a little card inside. Oh, I'm trying to put it in the wrong place. Isn't he cute? Retro. These are just half projects that I didn't really complete, so I'll put that. These were from the online crop challenge. This was also the online crop challenge. So those go there. This one I'm not sure how I feel about him. I might just take the charms off and bin him. Okay. That was from the online challenge. Oh, this was for envelopes. These were envelopes for guitar strings. And I just collaged front and back with sort of neutral looking papers. I will put those in my blanks drawer for later, to embellish later. These were file folders. That's what the sewing stuff was all file folders. These are a couple of, oh, this was from the online challenge. This was for a project I started but didn't finish. That'll go with that pile. Here's a Christmas journaling tag. It has a hinge. It'll have a hinge. This will be a tip out on a page. This will go with my Christmas stuff. This was glassine bags, so that's pink Christmas. That's just sort of and this is pink Christmas. These ones are just sort of generic. I had got this die, how to make poinsettias from this die, a Spellbinders die I think it was. And so I made these little poinsettias for my pink Christmas journal. These were index cards, eyes for index cards. So this is a little pocket. That's for my pink Christmas. And here's another index card. This was my old office supplies. I went crazy and made all these little notebooks. So that'll go in my blanks drawer. I can't remember what these were for. Oh, these were also index cards. So I made these little journaling cards. And I made these. This was a big index card. And I made little booklets out of them. 1, 2, 3, and there's a little picture on that one. 4. This is sewing stuff, so this is file folder. Made a little booklet. There's file folder. Made this journaling card. And this was file folder. So those go in my sewing drawer. Oh gosh. Remember hinges? There's that little baby. And this one also hinges. And this one was a fabric hinge. Okay. Oh, this was layers of lace. So I made this tag, and I made these page tabs. So this fabric will fold over and attach to the edge of a page. So I made a couple of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These I'm going to use in my Jane Austen. This was kitchen scraps. So I made these little envelope, or these are tea bags. I made these little library cards with a pocket on the front. So that will go in that pile of generic stuff. I made these glassine bags from cookie wrapper. This one has a little bit of collage on it. So this was G is for glassine. This can go in with my blanks. Oh, this was also from Kitchen Scraps. I made these little roses from a coffee filter. This was from Office Supplies. O is for Office Supplies. So I used a die from a set called Office Supplies to make these little paper and lace clusters. These are all going to go in with my Jane Austen stuff. This one's my favorite, I think. This one might be my near favorite. That goes with Jane. Oh, I've got these little tags. These were part of a that online crop. It was a challenge for the online crop. Well, that one can go in my sewing stuff. I'll keep them together and I'll put them with my more generic stuff. What were these for? Oh, these were cards, the flashcards, and I made these little notebooks. Made quite a few of them too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is Pink Christmas. These were cards, flashcards as well. Pink Christmas. This was B is for buttons, so that's Retro Christmas. I'll put that with my sewing stuff. That one's Retro Christmas. This one is Pink Christmas. Another Pink Christmas. Should turn that light on. This one I'll put in with my sewing journal stuff. These are A's for acetate. I'm going to keep one for my Jane Austen. But no, I don't think I will. Put that with the generic kind of stuff. Oh, here's some more of those envelopes. Oh, I went crazy making these envelopes. I don't know why my husband changes strings so often, but I had a bunch of these pockets. Love them. Those were a lot of fun. That goes with the blanks. Oh, these I'll put with Jane Austen. So this was N is for Nature. So I did these little envelopey things, did these little corner tuck things with decoupaging a napkin. So that'll go with Jane. Then I made a multitude of these specimen slides. This was from N is for Nature. I will put that in generic. Oh, just knocked something on the floor. Made this snippets roll out of vintage fabric. I'm going to put this in with my 30s and 40s stuff. I haven't made any 30s, 40s stuff for a while, but that's where that's going. This was B is for Buttons. Remember I made all of these layered up flowers from an old bridal bouquet and buttons. Not sure why I had these 3 pulled unless I meant to put them in my Pink Christmas. Because the rest I've got in a jar on the shelf because I made tons of them. Here's my little journal that I made with the lace cover. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This was my piano paper stuff. So these ones I'll put in my generic kind of stuff, and these ones I'll put in with my seashore stuff because it talks about the waves hum a weird melody. So that will go up here with my seashore stuff. And here's all my little envelopes I made from my tongue is not working this morning. These itty bitty envelopes. Put this in with generic stuff for now. And these ones as well. Okay, now that box is full. Here, generic. Okay. And Charlotte Peterson has made a monster of me. I cannot stop making these little lace collages. I bet you there's got to be 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, look at that one, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, oh, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 54 I've made. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to put them all in this jar so that I use them. Maybe it'll stop me from making more because they're just so much fun. I can just sit in front of the TV and so and so and so. So that's been my productivity for the month. I also finished off a couple of journals, which I have sold or are still on my Etsy. Alright, I feel like I can start fresh now on my Jane Austen books. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Oh, I'm back. I forgot to show you these. So this is another thing I've been working on. I have this giant bag of strips of fabric. So before I got addicted to the lace, I just started hand sewing these ruffles to add to pages. So I'm not sure how I'm going to store these. This one's pretty. Anyway, alright, now you've seen everything. Bye-bye. I forgot to add something to the treasure chest. So I'm going to put in some vintage cigar bands. Let's make sure we get a selection in here. Oh, here's one called Norma. Well, that one's different. Matinee Twins. Chicago Motor Club cigars, Simon's Havanas, Little Dan O'Brien, and Bachelor. Oh, toss those in as well. And there's a vintage label. Here's an orange one, a lime one, and here's a sarsaparilla. Okay, so that's today's additions to the treasure chest.